Welcome to Season 4 of My Wife the Dietitian, a fun, evidence-based weekly podcast about nutrition and healthy living. Health and longevity aren't just about nutrition. We also have to think about our mental and physical health. Strength training and cardio are important, but we often forget to work on balance, which is key to preventing falls as we age. Today, we'll explain why it's so important and give you some easy exercises you can do at home. Stay with us. Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. Welcome to My Wife the Dietitian. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
We have a question from a listener.
Thank God for those listeners. What would we do without them? I guess we'd just be talking to ourselves.
Well, this is actually a common question I get from clients too. And I got this question recently, but it was like, oh, we got it 2 places.
Okay.
Is it important to use balance type exercises? And why is it important and what types?
So you mean versus just like strength training or like cardio?
Yes.
Okay. I would say yes, probably makes sense. Although it isn't usually on people's priority list when they're exercising. I think most people are thinking strength and cardio. I don't know how many people are including balance.
Yeah.
Although,
and I think, well, maybe partly as people get older, it becomes more and more apparent how important it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Because you start to lose your balance. Things get more tricky. And if you work on those muscles.
That's right.
Because it is different. It is a different set of muscles, right? That allow you to have balance with different positions and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And I think it helps with that. Have you heard of the word proprioception?
Never.
You haven't?
Proprioception?
Yeah. It's like your space in time and space. So if you were going to put your shoe on, closing your eyes, it just...
You lost me. But I'll look it up. That's okay.
Yeah, look it up.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know how to spell it.
P-R-O, proprioception.
Proprioception. It's the body's ability to sense its position, movement, and force in space without looking. Okay, well, that makes sense. It's like walking with your eyes closed without falling over.
Or even, just lifting a weight with your eyes closed. Exactly. Like, yeah, it's just...
It's not easy to do.
No.
It's amazing.
I know. It's incredible, eh?
I remember windsurfing years ago and learning that talking to someone that used to teach people how to windsurf with their eyes closed because it allowed them to sense the wind. They could feel the wind better in the sail if they weren't focusing on what they were looking at, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely believe that. Like, it's very, you're sensing and feeling versus using your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that person's not like a driving instructor too.
That's true. Eh?
It's maybe not ideal with a car. Okay, so we got that word covered.
Yeah, and so the big reason is preventing falls.
Mm-hmm.
As we age, and you lose like 8% of your muscle every decade if you're not actively trying to preserve it and build muscle and do weightlifting and weight-bearing exercises.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So it's really important because, I work in long-term care and I see a lot of, especially women who maybe are not well-nourished and maybe frail.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the frailty is the loss of lean muscle and bone over your lifespan, right?
Right.
And if you don't have balance, Oh my goodness. I hate to say it, but you're one fall away from death.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
50% of the people in the hospital, we've talked about this before, are malnourished. And it didn't happen in the hospital. Well, sometimes it does if it goes on and on, but they're living undernourished at home without having that lean muscle. And then if you are not actively trying to do things that are challenging your balance, like walking upstairs, and we're going to talk about like what types of activities you can do to maintain balance and try to work on that.
yeah. So falling isn't going to kill you. Well, it might, depends on the fall, but the fall leads to a hospital stay, which then puts you at risk for other things if you're older. And yeah, so that it's just like this long road downhill that could end with you dying.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very common, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's the start to the end.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so having lean mass is important. So people that have more body weight and more body mass as they get older, it's very protective.
Okay.
So, all these, in our society, we're all trying to get skinnier and lose weight and shrink away. But when you're older, you need that mass.
Exactly. Yeah. And we've said this many times before too, but we're so focused on what the number on the scale says and being a certain weight or being excited about losing weight. But when you lose weight, you're not necessarily losing you're not losing fat necessarily. You could be losing like 5 pounds of muscle
and bone
or bone mass, which is stuff you don't want to
over time. Yeah.
Like you should be excited about gaining weight if you're exercising and gaining muscle and because those are things that are going to help you stay strong.
Absolutely. Yeah. The other benefits of working on balance type exercises is making walking safer. Like the more you do of like practice balancing techniques, the more confidence you get and you're more coordinated and stable and agile. So that all helps with feeling more confident when you're walking. You've seen the older people that are shuffling or that are worried about walking because they might fall. The more you can do like the balancing activities can actually help you maintain that independence.
Yeah, true.
And we've talked about how important the quadricep muscle is for quality of life and length of life and, health span. And it sounds so odd, but we know about in the blue zones remember blue zones?
Oh, yeah. I was talking to someone the other day about this.
Really?
Explaining, because they said, it's really, they're talking about longevity and strength and muscle conditioning and whatnot, and said that at least once a day you should like get up off the floor. And I'm like, oh, have you heard of the blue zones? Because the people in Okinawa, Japan, they don't have any furniture. They sit on the floor every day. And there's people that are like 103 years old that can go from like a cross-legged, crisscross applesauce to standing without using their hands. They just spring up because they're so strong and balanced. So they've always done it. And yeah, it keeps those legs strong. So they're not having issues with falling.
No, exactly. And that's the thing.
And they're flexible.
That's right.
Crazy
flexible. Balance.
Yeah. So they can do all sorts of things without having issue, it hurts if I bend over and it hurts this and that. They don't hurt.
Yeah. They don't use lazy boys.
No, exactly.
That's right. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's even just sitting down in a chair or in a sofa, or like if you're going to sit, if you do that slowly instead of like just falling, I know sometimes at the end of the day, you're really tired, you just fall into the chair. But if you kind of almost squat carefully, that's actually using your muscles And that's actually one of the activities we were going to talk about is just when you're going to sit, do it very slowly and controlled.
Yeah.
So you're actually doing kind of a squat.
It creates resistance as you're going down.
Yeah.
Your muscles resisting the weight of you falling.
Yes.
Right. So it's kind of like holding you, and it's helping your muscle get stronger.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's the,
and then you can hover over a toilet when you have to pee in the public washroom.
that's another one. It wasn't on my list, but good point.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Or like in those countries where they just have the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
You just have to squat.
Right.
That's apparently really good for you.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, in more ways than one.
Yeah.
The other thing is posture. It helps with your core muscles, just like we were talking about here, which helps preventing back pain, neck pain, and hip pain, and helps to align your body. So that's all to do with posture. So that's really important and helpful for your body's strength.
One thing I'll point out along that line too is our generation, meaning that anyone who's alive these days, is using a computer or a phone. And if you look at the position that you're in, phones especially, because you're often looking down, and so your neck is bent, laptop or regular computer, depending on how high your desk is and your chair desk configuration, you could also be looking down as well. And if you're spending a long time looking at your screen, your neck could be bent. It could be arched like your back and whatnot, which puts a lot of strain and stress on your spine and those muscles and whatnot. And I recognized that with my setup, and I changed it, and it made a huge difference because I was spending hours like just doing the editing for the podcast and different things on the computer every day.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, my neck is so sore. And then I realized that I'm like looking down, and that's why. It's the angle of my head and how long it's in that position.
That's right, because your eyes, basically your head will go in the direction of your eyes, and our head is quite heavy. So if we're always looking and we're focused on the computer, we're basically our whole head is moving forward or down, which is, it does put that, you start to get the hump in the back of your neck there.
You do, yeah. And it's just something to identify in your own, next time you're using your computer or your phone, sort of just try to figure out what angle your head is at and your neck. And because if you're doing that every day, that's going to catch up to you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And you see kids that are walking around, I shouldn't say just kids, but a lot of times walking around looking down at their phone.
Yeah. We've got a friend that's a occupational therapist that said that, I don't know if she saw research that showed that the shape of kids' spines are changing because they're looking at their phones all the time.
Oh, I believe it. Oh my gosh.
I believe it too. Yeah. I mean, it's
a ripple effect of what else happens with your digestion, like with everything, right?
Their thumbs are getting more precise, and I don't know. There's all,
right.
Yeah, we'll be interesting creatures in 100 years from now, you know.
We did do an episode about exercises at the office. So talking about computers and stuff, Nutrition Nuggets 113, easy office exercises at your desk to do. So that's a good one for people to check out.
Yeah, I'm always kind of stretching my legs when I'm sitting long periods of time. It's just kind of like making sure that the blood's still flowing, and like, I don't know, lifting my ankles a bit to stretch them, and just, there's things you can do. You don't have to sit like a stone. You know, you can be moving even though you're sitting in a chair doing your thing.
Well, a lot of people have standing desks. Some people have these walking pads that they're walking on while they're using their computer. There's different things to do if you're in an office environment, and definitely having breaks regularly, like every half hour. It's like standing up from your desk. And
one way to guarantee that you're going to get up every half hour or so is if you're drinking enough water.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, I just, from personal experience, I drink, if you have your glass of water with you or your water bottle or whatever, if you're drinking that regularly, then it kind of forces you to get up.
That's
which is
really
perfect.
good. Yeah.
You get up, you go to the bathroom, you refill your glass, and start all over again.
When we were talking about the quadricep and the length and quality of life, remember? We did an episode with the long-term care RD, Michelle Saari, episode 110, all about nutrition strategies for seniors.
Right.
And we did talk a little bit about that. I remember we were discussing that. She was kind of laughing because I was so focused on the quadricep. But it's true. I mean, there's research to show that that is a really important muscle in your body, because that's the muscle you lose if you have unintentional weight loss because you're hospitalized or you're going through cancer treatment. A lot of people I see are having chemo or radiation, and they start losing weight for different reasons because of symptoms. And the body needs to take the muscle to feed the organs in the brain.
Yeah.
So it needs something. And if you're not eating enough, then that's the muscle that you will lose.
It's also the muscle people don't like training.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's hard. It's like doing squats, and the muscles are the exercises to build those muscles. It's just like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Because it hurts. Like anything you're doing where you're working your leg muscles, you feel it because then you spend the rest of the day walking, you know? So it's like you're hurting to move. So people are just like, oh, leg day. I don't want to exercise my legs.
Well, you know, be gentle with yourself and give yourself grace the next day. Don't, you know, you need a break and you need the nutrition to help heal and restore.
Yeah.
Because you've been like breaking up the muscle fibers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if we're talking about older people, there was a Harvard alumni study that indicated climbing stairs is linked to a lower risk of premature death.
That makes sense. I mean, because you're exercising, you're getting a bit of cardio, and you're building those leg muscles, right?
Yeah.
Without really knowing it.
It wasn't a lot. It was 10 to 19 flights a week.
Mm-hmm.
It reduced your mortality risk. And these are men. It was done in men over 70. And men who did 8 flights of stairs a day had a 33% lower risk of mortality.
Wow.
I know. It's incredible.
I just finished doing a job for a client, and I built her a set of stairs to her attic.
Right.
So she can get up there and store some stuff up there. And when I first put the stairs in, she's an older lady in her mid-60s, and she was doing like one step at a time, you know, left and right foot on the first step, and then left and right foot on the second step. And she'd always look at me and go, I can't believe how fast you go up and down those stairs, because I'm just climbing them like I normally do.
And she's being careful.
Yeah. And now she can go up and down the stairs like I can.
Oh.
Plus, she said she put on a pair of pants that used to be tight on her, and she said they basically fell off of her.
No.
Yeah.
So you just like, you added stairs for someone, and now they're losing weight, or they're getting more fit.
You built a gym in my house. So all I have to do is climb up and down the stairs. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
great.
That's
what they say. If you have a home, you have a home gym, because you can lift, you know, you can lift like laundry, if you know you have those big tide, like those laundry, those big things. That's like lifting weights, but that's awesome. Like just the stairs in the house, can really add to your exercise, your balance, your flexibility, and cardiovascular health and weight management.
Yep. Even my parents too. They live in an apartment building. They're in their 90s. They're on the top floor. They can take the elevator, but they're at the very end of the hallway. So they still, like, if they're doing their groceries, they still have to walk from the elevator all the way down the hallway to their apartment. They used to do the stairs, and they do sometimes just for exercise, but I think that's a big part of why they're still in good health, because it's the forced walking. Just to get to their car, they have to walk all the way down the stairs and take the elevator and then walk all the way out to the parking lot. And you know, up or down another flight of stairs, I think. And yeah, there's a lot of walking, and they complain about it, but I'm like, you guys are still doing this. You're still here because of this stuff that you don't like doing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Having
But it's
stairs in
helping
your
you.
house is actually super helpful.
And it's the one thing everyone thinks that when they retire and they get older, they want like a single level house, a rancher, so they don't have to do stairs. I'm like, oh, this should be the opposite.
Exactly.
You want stairs. You want to keep those stairs in your house.
Yeah. There's research to show it actually helps with your health span, you know, and your longevity and your risk of mortality.
Yeah.
You know, your cardiovascular health, it really is helped when you are using your big muscles to propel yourself. So walking upstairs, it helps with blood pressure. And we did an episode about that, actually. Nutrition Nuggets 97 was lower blood pressure with 5-minute exercise.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of it was things you can do just during your day if you're working and you're at a desk job, or just taking the stairs. I mean, using the stairs instead of the elevator if you can, or the escalator. But even like for balance, stand while trying to put on your sock.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
That is tricky. Or with your shoe.
You know what happens to me sometimes when I'm putting on a pair of shorts?
What?
If I don't, I'll get the first leg in, no problem. And I go to put the second leg in. And if I don't like aim right, my foot gets stuck in my shorts. Then I'm like falling. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to fall like into a bookcase or into the
Well, you should make sure you're like in a place where if you fall, it won't.
Well, usually I'm standing beside the bed. So I end up just falling on the bed. But it's like, this is dangerous. Like, what do people do that are older? And like, they're, you know, I can see why. And that's not a balance. Well, I guess it is a balancing partly, but
Totally balanced.
it's also an aim thing. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, getting dressed is harder than it looks.
Anything where you can stand on one leg is a balancing thing. So I do that while I'm brushing teeth, or if
Really?
I'm like, yeah.
I gotta watch that.
It's like a pelican.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I mean, it's really helpful for balance, right?
It's like
The other
it's
thing,
like standing on one hand and rubbing your belly, or one of those things.
coordination,
right? Yeah.
totally. Yeah, but even like any activity, dancing, like just dancing around the house, like even for 5 minutes, like just dancing, that's really good for the proprioception, which we talked a little bit about. Remember the body awareness in time and space? So it's kind of like a sixth sense. And it helps with your coordination and to avoid accidents. So that's the other thing. If you can move your body in a way that helps with balance, it's really protective.
Yeah.
Falls especially.
Makes sense for sure.
And then also just depending on where you're at, but just stepping sideways can help. Like if you're normally like you go walking, that's your main exercise, just at home, like, or even when you're walking, as long as it's not a tripping hazard or anything, but just step sideways and then go back and step the other way. Or backwards walking a little bit can also help with balance and help with your coordination and your confidence for the proprioception, the awareness of your body through time and space.
Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of when I used to play football in high school and all the drills we had to do that were just like mobility, basically. But like, okay, we're going to run through the pylons sideways, and then we're going to run through them backwards, and then you're going to like cross your legs this way. But when you're on the field and you're like running around people, it all makes sense. But it's all balance. It's all about keeping yourself upright and training those muscles. And yeah, so there's easy things you can do. Like you said, you can do sideways. I use the tiles on our floor.
Oh yeah.
As a grid, and I'll use them, and I'll do like a walk in a diagonal pattern, or I'll like skip over a tile and walk.
Oh.
Just like create like little patterns on the floor to follow.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I used to do that with the kids. We had this crazy like field stone. It was just a linoleum floor, but it was like a field stone pattern.
Right.
And we had to get from one side of the room to the other by only stepping on the gray ones or something like that, you know, because it was a mixed pattern. And so there's things you can do, be creative, and don't step on the cracks in the sidewalk, or like all those things, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, the kids have it right when they're doing the hopscotch and
Exactly.
you know, skipping.
Just get the chalk out and put a hopscotch in your kitchen floor.
It's amazing. Prevention is worth a pound of cure. And if you can just build in these little activities every day to help your body become more resilient, basically, with balance and flexibility, it's really important. It's really important for preventing falls. It's really important for your overall proprioception, that word again, the body awareness through time and space. It's like the sixth sense, as I said. And it's just like, you don't have to be a football player or you don't have to be an athlete at all. Like just if you want to do, get your groceries, like you need balance to carry your grocery bags. Or if you're doing laundry, you need balance to carry your laundry basket.
Yeah.
And gardening, you need balance when you're gardening. If you're weeding and if you're on your hands and knees, you need balance so you don't fall over. So there's a lot of things that in life that if we want to stay independent and keep strong and healthy, and if you're younger, you could be playing different racket sport like pickleball.
Oh, is that your new favorite sport? Yeah, there's lots of things that you can be doing to stay, like to work your muscles, work your balance, work your flexibility, but still be having fun at the same time. It doesn't have to feel like work.
No, it doesn't at all. I mean, some people go to the gym and, like you said, do squats or do the leg day. You don't have to do that, but you can. And I mean, anything to help resistance in terms of your muscle to build, like it has to break down to build. That's good because there's some stress and there's some pressure on it. That is important for your lean muscle and your bone health. And that's what we need to have strong as we get older.
I think part of the problem too, as we age, is things become more challenging. So then you tend to avoid them. Like stairs, for instance, nobody wants to take the stairs if there's an elevator. Typically, most people are like, "Oh, we'll take the elevator. The stairs are too much effort." And then because you're not taking the stairs become challenging. So then you're definitely not going to take the stairs. And then you get to a point where you can't take the stairs because you haven't worked those muscles. And then it's just the start of that whole downhill spiral. So it's one of those things you kind of have to push through. If it's challenging for you now, starting to exercise and work those muscles, it'll be challenging for the first week or so. And then it will get easier. You'll get used to it. It's like the lady I was working for, it was challenging for her for the first week or so. And then she's like, "Oh, this is getting easier." I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's great." And it wasn't like she was doing like 15 times up and down the stairs every day. It was just a couple times here and there, but it does get easier. So, push yourself a little bit and then it will allow you to be able to do all of those things as you age.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good summary. I really like that because as humans, we want to be comfortable and the chair and the couch are comfortable. But if we don't push ourselves, soon we'll lose it. So you got to use it or you lose it.
Exactly. I mean, that term totally sums it up. Yeah.
So is it important to use balance type exercise and what types to do? So we were talking about the side step, the backward walking, standing on one leg, like while brushing your teeth, or try standing on one leg while putting on your sock. You could, I guess, lean against a wall or sit down. But maybe if you're challenging yourself, stand up, try to do it standing. And why is it important? Main thing, prevent falls. It helps improve your stability, your coordination, your proprioception, the body awareness through time and space, your posture, reduce risk of back pain, of hip pain and neck pain. It actually helps with cognitive function, memory, and spatial awareness. So it's pretty incredible. So, and then, with the increased confidence you have with your balance, it actually improves your mental and emotional well-being and has a calming effect and can help reduce stress. So it seems like a small thing, but it's really important and powerful.
Yeah. If you can, just on your last point there, if you can feel confident going out in the world, just leaving your house and being able to know that you can get from A to B in one piece without having to worry about, oh, is there going to be stairs? Am I going to have to is there going to be these challenges that I'm going to encounter that I'm not going to be able to face? You're not going to want to leave your house.
Exactly.
So it's huge mental confidence building, just being able to know that you have the strength and agility and balance and all of those things. And that stuff's easy to just build at home.
Yeah. And I love that you built for both our parents that little stepper thing. Like it was just like a little wooden box and they just step up and down. And it's, especially at winter, if we're not going out as much, it's really good for your quadriceps, really important for your balance and your strength for your leg muscles.
Yeah. And you don't need anything fancy. I mean, it's just a little stool or a step. If you have stairs in your house, you just go first step, then down to the floor, up to the first step, down to the floor. If you don't have steps, a big encyclopedia or a thick book or you could even step on a pillow. I mean, anything that's going to lift your feet off the ground and then back down again, easy peasy. So there you go. Little tip for the week, to something to work on, keep you healthy so that you can keep listening to the podcast as you get into your golden years. If you want more great tips, check out our website. There's all sorts of things there. You can join our free newsletter as well. That comes out once a week. More great tips in the newsletter. You should be able to find a sign up link on the website. It's mywifethedietitian.com. And if you have questions for us or comments, or you just want to say hi and tell us that you're doing your exercises and eating your healthy food and eating your beans and all that, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us at mywifethed@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And feel free to reach out to us there as well. And if you're liking the show, let us know. We love hearing feedback. We love hearing your comments. Anything and everything is welcome and super helpful. And share with your friends too. That's also super helpful for us. And obviously your friend would enjoy that, hearing about a fun new show that you're enjoying. So be sure to share. And that is it for this episode. We'll be back on Wednesday with Nutrition Nuggets. So until then, get out and get your body moving. Keep it moving. Use it or lose it. Have a good week, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.